Hello friends, in this tutorial I will explain you the 5 most commonly used functions in Microsoft Excel. So the first one is the drop down list. So let's say you want to create a drop down list for the different size of the steel rods that are available in the Indian market. So for that, click on this cell, then go to data, then click on data validation, and from the drop down select the list option. In the source, type what you want to get in the drop down list. So here I will type as 6, 8, 10, 12, 20, 25, 32, 36 and 40 and click on OK. So here I have got the full drop down list for the different sizes of the bars. Now let's say I have provided 4 bars of 12 mm dia. So for that I will calculate the area of steel provided. So that is equal to the number of bars multiplied by the area of one bar, that is pi by 4 into dia of bar square. So I get the area of steel provided as 452.16 mm square. So if I change the bar dia to let's say 20 mm, then it will automatically update the area of steel provided. Now the next function is the if function. So for example, the area of steel required is let's say 900 mm square. So I want to display a message that if the area of steel provided is more than the area of steel required, then I will display the message as OK, or else I will display the message as not OK. For that I will use the if function. So for that is equal to type if bracket. So the first is the logical test. So for that, this cell, that is the area of steel provided, should be more than the area of steel required. So if this condition is satisfied, then I want the message as OK. So I will type in double inverted comma, I will type as OK, and if the condition is not satisfied, then I want the message as not OK. So I will type here as not OK. Close the bracket and press enter. So here, as the area of steel provided is more than the area of steel required, so I have displayed the message as OK. For example, if I change the bar dia to let's say 12 mm, then here the area of steel provided is less than the area of steel required, so Excel will automatically display the message as not OK. Now let me give you another example. For example, while designing the staircase, we have to consider the live load as 5 if the building is public building, and the live load as 3 if the building is residential building. So let me create first a drop down list of public building and the residential building. So again, for that, click on data, then go to data validation. From the drop down select list, and in the source type as residential, public, and click on OK. So here I have got the drop down list. So now I want the live load to be 3 for residential building and 5 for the public building. So for that, again I will use the if condition. So if this cell has residential written on it, so in double inverted comma I will type residential. So if this cell has residential written on it, then I want the value as 3, or else I want the value as 5. So here the type of building is the residential building, so I will get the live load as 3. So if now I change the building to be public, then I will get automatically the live load as 5 kN per meter square. So now the next function is the VLOOKUP function. So let's say I want to know the bending moment coefficients for dead load, that is serial number 1. So here the type of load is here 1, that is a dead load. For that I want the bending moment coefficient for the middle of the end span, that is here A. So what I will use is, I will use the function that is called as VLOOKUP function. So that for that is equal to VLOOKUP. First is the lookup value. So here the lookup value will be 1. That is, I want the bending moment coefficient for dead load. So dead load is here number 1. So here I will select this cell as the lookup value. Next is the table array. So I want the value from this table. So I will select this table, comma. Next is the column index number. So from which column you want the value. So I want the value of bending moment coefficient for the middle of the end span, that is for A. So here A is in the 4th column, that is here 1st, 2nd, 3rd and 4th column. So I will type here 4, comma, range lookup. So here I want the exact match, so I will always type here 0. Close the bracket and press enter. So here Excel has automatically traced the value as 0.083 from here. Now let's say I want to make a general sheet in which if I change here B or let's say here C, then it should automatically update the value, because here the column numbers are varying. Here I have typed the column number as 4, so it will always take the value from the column number 4th. But let's say I want to generalize the column index. So for that I will use the match function inside the VLOOKUP function. So let me show you that. So again VLOOKUP, first is the lookup value. So I want the lookup value for let's say dead load. So I will select this cell, comma, table array. So I want the value from this table. Next is the column index. So for the column index we will use the match function. So for that type match, again bracket, lookup value. So I want the lookup value for this cell, means if I change the value to let's say here D, then it will automatically match the value. So select this cell, comma, lookup array. So I want to match the cell with this array, that is this row, that is A, B, C, D and O. Next is the match type. So here I will type as 0, and for again VLOOKUP I will type match type as range lookup as 0. So now I will press enter. So here if I type here let's say A, then it will take the value as 0.083. If I type here as B, then it will automatically update the value of B. Means if I use the match function inside the VLOOKUP function, then I can even vary the column number, that is I can vary the column index and I can make a generalized Excel sheet. Now the next function is the roundup function. So for example, while calculating I got that I need to provide 4.5 bars. So what we will do is we generally provide 5 bars, right? So for that I will type roundup function. So roundup bracket, select this cell and comma, type 0. So it will automatically round up the value to the next integer, that is 5. So for example, if I got the number of bars required as let's say 6.8, then it will automatically take the next value, that is 7. The next function is the floor function. So for example, while calculating the spacing, I got that minimum I need to provide let's say 95.5 mm center to center. So what we will do is we will provide the lower values. So if the value is 95.5, we generally provide 90 mm center to center. So for that I will type is equal to and I will use the floor function. So floor, select the cell and I want to round down this value to the multiple of 10, that is 90 mm. So 90 is a multiple of 10, so I will type here 10. So significance is here 10. Close the bracket and press enter. So it will automatically round down the value to the next multiple of 10. So let's say if I got the value as, let's say, 135 mm center to center. So we will provide how much? 130. So it will automatically calculate 130 mm center to center. The next function is the concatenate function. So for example, I got the stirrups, I have provided 6 mm dia stirrups, and I have provided 2-legged stirrups, and I got the spacing as, let's say, 130 mm center to center. Now I want the Excel to type this line. So for that I will use the concatenate function. So is equal to concatenate function. First is I want 6 mm. So I will type here 6, comma, whatever the alphabets you want to type, you will be inserting it into the double inverted comma. So 6, comma, mm, 6 mm dia, then I want 2 leg to be typed in the line. So I will write here 2, then in the double inverted comma, legged, two-legged stirrups at the spacing of 130 mm center to center. Close the bracket and press enter. So Excel has automatically typed here 6 mm dia, 2-legged stirrups at 130 mm center to center. Now let's say if I change the value to, let's say, 8 mm dia, 4-legged stirrups at 150 mm center to center, then Excel will automatically update this line. So that was about this video. If you find the content to be helpful, then please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.